Yeah, bye. All right, XOXO. Got a girl. Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. Listen, can we talk in my darkened and dirty room where hopefully my vibrator is out of frame? Because I hope so. I'm gonna have a little conversation with y'all. This is a weird video. Definitely not a makeup video, although I am accidentally slaying. But yeah, I have my serious ears on because we're gonna have a serious conversation. Just a heads up that I will be talking a little bit about varying body issues, sexuality, some sex. So I guess this video is rated PG-13. And I hope it doesn't make you uncomfortable. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. As I say that, I'm going to just have a drink out of this because it's going to make me feel more comfortable. This is going to be a weird video where I'm going to feel emotionally wrought. Because I have emotions and I pretend like I don't. Okay, so 2020 and 2021 were transformative years for me as a human and as a person. And it has brought like so much awakening to my person that I just don't even know what to say. So I'm just going to say things and talk it out with y'all because I need to tell people these things. Listen, at my big age, turns out all this time, I am ace. For those of you who don't know, it'll be right here, because monetization and I'm too early in the video to start saying the words. Don't ask about the accents. They come, they go. I can't make them be when they should be. It's a thing. Anywho's it's. Yeah, so this whole thing stems from, I was hanging out with a friend in a Zoom meeting and they said that they missed coitus. They were like, you know what I really miss? Coitus. And then I was like, I don't. And then I got more nervous because I was like, I really don't. At all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely did not miss it at all with another person. And then it caused me to do like my own personal deep dive into my own sexual history. Like it caused me to like really look at it because I was like, wait, how am I not missing it? Like, I know that finding out that I am autistic changed things, right? But I didn't know how much it was going to change things in a good way for me, positively. So I had to like go way the hell back, and I'm taking you back to high school. This is going to be a weird rambly thing, but let's just follow me here. In high school, I got my first ever boyfriend. I was on the pep squad and he was a football player, varsity football, mind you. And everybody was so excited. They were like, oh, he likes you. And I was like, okay. And I really didn't know what to do. I'm childish and I was childish. And so he asked me out. I said, okay. I made a lot of weird faces, just like I do now. Currently in my life. And then just like that, we were going out and I felt very like, oh, we're going out. And he like the bell rung like in the movies. And he's like, I'm going to walk you to class. And I'm like, okay. So he walks me to class. And do y'all know that this boy tried to kiss me?
What? What the fuck?
The gall, the gumption. I turned my face so that he had to kiss my cheek because I was like, sir, we just started going out a minute and a half ago and you're already trying to put your unwashed lips on mine. I don't even know what's happened here. I am still a child. I thought that when we were going out, that meant that we were going to be holding hands a little bit and you would carry my books. I did not sign up for the kissing at all. And so I literally became like never been kissed. Because I wasn't ready. I also, y'all, the way that I dear John, this man, boy, at the time we were children, But I Dear John them. After he tried to kiss me, I was like, oh no, I am not ready for this going out bullshit. You know, I was like, I'm not ready for this. I am still like young and childish. And I know that everybody else around me is 16 and dating and doing relationship shit. But I was like, not me. I'm not ready. I cannot do this. So I wrote him a letter and I had a friend give it to him on the field after the game as I slunk off into the shadows like a hunchback. Like, it was just really intense. He stared at me creepily for the rest of the year because of that. Rightfully so in some ways. Like, that's really weird. But I had no idea. Like, when I looked back on this at the time, I just thought that it was like, I just wasn't really ready to date. But looking at it through the eyes of asexuality, those are my asexuality glasses. I hope you like them. I bought them today. They're new. But looking at it through that lens, I realized that like, I had been like this for a very long time. I was really never in a rush to date. I would write romance stories. I would read romance novels. I loved it. But me personally doing the thing, no thank you. I was good. So when I tell you, I looked at that and I was like, wow, that was, okay, that's a little odd. But, you know, come on. Audra. Then I looked at my virginity situation. So I did not engage in coitus until I was 21 years old. And even that was a weird occasion. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because weird. But at this point, I was really just wanting to get it over with because I wanted to feel as normal as possible. Like everyone around me was doing the deed and I was like engaging in activity, but I really like, we'll get into it. But I wasn't like, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing the whole thing. And so finally, like I did it and I was like, but I felt like, okay, now I'm normal and I'll get used to it. Those are not the things that you should say when it comes to that now that I think of it. Anywho's, it's all through my life, I'm basically running into partners where it's like, maybe it's too big. Maybe it's too small. Maybe I should be on top. Maybe it should be from the back. Like trying to like make this whole thing work out. But there were things that I just could not get past. For instance, for all of you who do this regularly, please explain to me, how do you get past the smell?
Oh my God.
And the squirchy noises.
What is it?
The squirchy noises. The squirchy noises, I can't handle it. It is the macaroni in a pot situation, not for me. It sounds horrifically unappealing the entire time. Then you add on top the funk from 1,000 Horses.
It's a bog of eternal stench. Help!
I know. You're probably like, well, what partners do you have? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It always smells bad. It always smells.
I never smelled anything like it.
I don't like it. I realized, especially when I started living by myself, that I was a person who immediately after needed a shower. And you should shower too, freaking weirdo. I'm not into it. Like, I don't want to bathe in our glow. I was not about that. I was about like immediately. It's one of the reasons why I have like 37 sheet sets. Okay. Because like I needed to immediately put on a new set of sheets. Like, and also you had to leave. Like you have to leave. I always used to think that I was being like a bad bitch. You know what I mean? I was like, look at me. I'm a bad bitch. I'm not staying around. I'm not too clingy. And it turns out really, I was just like, I'm going to wash this off of me. This is gross. I don't like any of it. Like sensory wise, coitus is a nightmare. Sex is a nightmare for me sensory wise. Like it will, and I'm sorry about all the like horrific gag noises, but I can't. Like every time I think about it, I'm like, bleh. I just like the amount of noise, like and I know, just put music on doesn't help. I can still hear it. I have the hearing of a bat, like the echolocation, like super intense, like Me. I can hear somebody drop a coin at the freeway over there. Like, it's ridiculous, my hearing. It's annoying and it's ridiculous. No amount of Baywatch in the background was gonna get rid of that squarchy sound. It is disgusting. And on top of that, the visuals the visuals were not for me. Like, cause I don't like a person being in my person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here, and I want you to not be in here. That's all. Like, I just want it to work out to where, like, you're not in here. And as such, I figured out the perfect defense mechanism, which always worked on men, never on women, almost never on women. That was an unfortunate side effect. But fail-safe was being able to hit my climax in like 3.5 seconds. It's record numbers. Like, you barely have done anything and like, and I'm finished. It was honestly a goddess send. The goddess enabled me to be able to like move my body in such a way that it was just like so fast, because then I knew that they would, you know, he would get hit pretty quickly and then that part would be over. I liked the part of the relationship where we weren't doing that. I liked the part of the relationship where we were hanging out and eating food and taking naps and eating food and taking naps and playing video games and eating food. Okay, this is getting weird. But I liked everything, you know, except for I did not like that part. That part, I was like, I could just do without that part. And I know you're like, Audra, you were married. I know. Very unsuccessfully, pretty much from the get. But it's compounded by the fact that I didn't actually like that part. Listen, I looked around like he was going to suddenly come jumping through the windows like the feds. He's not, I promise. He doesn't even know where I live. The point is, I will tell you that we weren't even like romantic when getting disrobed. Like, I would literally stand in one corner of the room and be like, and then he would stand in the other corner and be like, and it just really wasn't romantic. Like, it was definitely not like a hot scene in a movie, you know? It was very like two stupid teenagers who've never seen each other nude, and yet I just didn't know. It wasn't a thing for me. And when I look back at my past and realize that, like, more than anything, I just endured the coital part of the relationship so that I could get to the part that I liked, which was not that. I was like, oh. And it was very hard for me initially to even admit that I am, in fact, asexual. And I think I balked because, like, one, terminology always messes with me because I'm a very literal person, and I took that terminology to be like, I was like, I don't think I like that. It makes me seem like I'm not, you know, I'm into the O. Again, I don't mind, but like, I don't want you to touch me like that. Thank you. Appreciate it. So it was hard for me to get to a place where I could just like admit that. But the more that I like kind of sat with it and got comfortable, the more I was like, no, that makes sense. Like, sensory wise, like I said, nightmare. I'm not going to take you through, but the scorchy noises. Ugh. And obviously, as I said before, that stench. I smell sex and candy here. It was just, none of it was for me. I did not enjoy it, and being able to just like admit it made me feel so much better. Like, I was like, because like, even in the midst of a pandemic, I was like, maybe I should try dating. And I began to realize that like one of the big blockades to me wanting to date and why I would get so anxious is because I knew that at some point in my like relationship with somebody, I was gonna have to, you know, I like making the sound effects. It's making me like giving me so much joy, but I was gonna have to do that. And there was something where I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't wanna. And being able to just admit, like, you really just don't like sex. And I also think that I was like, you know, upset by the terms like sex repulsed, right? Because I was like, I don't mind watching a love scene in a movie, like that's pretty hot. Not the X-rated ones, although I will not judge you if you do. I just don't like it because I don't like the way that people are treated in them, and I find a lot of it pretty degrading. But that's neither here nor there. But I don't mind love scenes. I don't mind reading a book and sexy and saucy things are happening. But what I don't want is for that to happen to me. At all. And admitting that then opened up a whole other thing with regards to my gender expression and my gender identity. And I don't know what it is, but I am a person that lives in this meat suit that isn't necessarily feminine, but isn't masculine either. I realized that one of the things that I really missed when I was like super slim was that my boobies were small. And so I could literally just kind of like exist in my body and not have it be anything. And then like I gained some weight again, which I am enjoying, but if obviously these show back up. And so it gave me like more dysmorphia than I usually had, to where I could only wear skirts. But somehow, by me admitting that I am an asexual person, it also let me admit that like my gender is Audra. My gender is Audra. My pronouns are they, them. I want to be seen, but don't perceive me. Notice me, but don't talk to me. Like, I feel very free and happy. I've been wearing pants, y'all. Pants. I wore skirts all the time because I was having such difficulty with like the way that my legs looked. And like once I was just like, my gender is Audra, I started to feel good. Like I wasn't stressing about presenting, that I didn't have to necessarily present as feminine. I'm just like a person who lives in a body that I am just trying to like be comfortable in. And now I'm finally getting there. So I don't know why I decided to tell y'all all this weird ass tale, but like I just needed to talk about it. It's something that's been happening. January and February are terrible months for me typically. One, because February is a bad anniversary. January, I'm pagan. This is not a time of birth. This is a time of death and destruction. Everything is not good. And so for me to even, I don't really even know what to say. Like, I feel like I wanted to share this because I'm old. Because at my big ass age, at 41, almost 42 in April, when I hope to also hit 13K, I am discovering that I am asexual. I am romantic. I do, like, if I did find a relationship, which I'm not going to go looking for one because, y'all, the amount of energy that takes is energy that I do not have. And I know that it seems like I'm a super high energy person, and I am, except for when it comes to dating, because that's way too much work. I would like to date someone, if I did, that would want to like hang out and we could play video games and eat and take naps. And yes, we could hold hands, even though I'm fairly touch averse and I have been my entire life, but I don't mind holding hands as long as it's not like for longer than a minute, because hands get weird and clammy and I start feeling uncomfortable. And we can cuddle for no more than 3.5 minutes. 7 if I'm sleeping. But I feel like I just wanted to share this before anyone else who's out there, if you did, like, I can't remember where the TikTok is, and if I ever find it, I'll bring it to you. But if you didn't change genders or find out something about your mental health or any of that during 2020 and 2021, what were you even doing? Because apparently, maybe you already knew who you were, but I think I knew, but I just didn't express it. So anyway, that's it. while I'm talking here, I'm just going to go ahead and have the patrons roll. Big ups to them because they're fabulous, fantastic, wonderful people who have been patient with me as, you know, the holiday season was going and I'm trying to get everything up and running. But I just wanted to share this with y'all because I think if you are going through any of this and you're old like me or you're young, you know, I don't know the medium and age of people who watch my channel because I don't look at the analytics because I would stop doing YouTube if I did that. But to know you're not alone. You're not alone. So to recap, I'm Audra. I'm Ace. Pronouns are they, them. Yeah. I hope you have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.